Reg, we're trying to come up with a nickname for Russell Westbrook.
I still can't come up with one.
What do you think of the razor?
Because he doesn't shave?
Well, that and he cuts, he cuts like a knife.
Look, a couple things. First, about him not shaving, because when I was first lucky enough as a freshman to go to UCLA, they had a no facial policy from John Wooden. It just carried on. If you remember back in the day, no John Wooden player had facial hair. You always had to shave. So, you know me, I have a baby face. I don't have a lot of facial hair as well. I had peach fuzz as a freshman, and they made me shave. So I'm wondering at UCLA when this went out. Was it under Herrick? Was it under Howland? Because now most guys have facial hair at UCLA. And for Russell, who says he's never shaved, he would have had to shave back in the day at UCLA. That little peach fuzz that he has.
Oh, he would have.
Oh, of course. It was baby peach fuzz I had, and I had to shave. I mean, you could barely see anything, like a 2 o'clock shadow on my lip.
How would you have felt if you were Russell Westbrook's teammate?
I would have loved him. I said this on the air when we were calling the game, and I reserve this for very few people in our league today. And I said this about Derrick Rose, his MVP year and his first couple of years in the league. I say this about Russell Westbrook, and I'd probably say this about Steph Curry. I would actually pay to go see them play. Come out my tight jeans, pull out my black credit card, and actually pay for tickets to go see those three guys play. I love Westbrook. I love his competitiveness. I love the way he approaches the game. I know a lot of people get on him because they believe that he's not a true point guard. I don't care. I love the way he approaches the game and the way he gets after you each and every night.
I like that he competes, and you can see that every night.
Yes.
I know that I get the feeling, though, that he auditioned for another job at the All-Star game. It just felt like, hey, I'm going to show you how great I am. You may not watch Oklahoma City. You may think of Kevin Durant first and foremost, but, I can play and I can be another James Harden.
You think the writing's on the wall?
I don't know. You get to a certain point where you know that you're not going to win, and then you break it up. And I think that they're going to eventually get there, and get there probably sooner than later.
I agree with you, but I will say this. If he was auditioning, and let's just say for New York, and as competitive as we say that he is, which we know, and he wants to win, and he wants to win each and every night, it's better to stay with Kevin Durant and that team in OKC than to go apart and go anywhere else. Because there's only one other person better than Kevin Durant on this planet, and he's in Cleveland. So,
do you think Durant's the second best player in the game?
I do.
Over Steph?
Oh, I do, absolutely. I love Steph, but Kevin Durant by himself can get you. I'll put it to you like this. If I'm Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors, I am praying to God that these kids do not finish eighth. Because they will be going home. And I love me some
Wait, you're calling the Oklahoma City upset of Golden State already if they make the playoffs?
If they make the playoffs at 8, I do not. I don't want to see it, Dan.
Okay.
I don't want to see Westbrook, and I don't want to see Kevin Durant. Because, look, I could care less what Kevin Durant's media tirade is all about. He's upset about something. And I don't want to see an angry Kevin Durant. And Westbrook, he's already angry because he always feels he gets shortchanged by playing with KD.
But I don't understand. I appreciate this as a radio host, what Kevin Durant's doing. I think he's gotten a pass for the most part for his entire career. I don't think media liked him.
That the pressure and the focus and all the media glitz and highlight has been on LeBron James to win championships. But you know what? It's starting to turn because LeBron has two. So now the media is like, okay, well, who's up next? And you know what? It'll start to shift to Steph.
Yeah.
It's going to start to shift to James Harden. It'll start to shift. But right now, I think the media has Kevin Durant in its crosshairs because he was last year's MVP. Universally, most people say he's the second best player on the planet. So people want to say, well, what have you done for me lately? You've been to one finals. Okay, you lost to the player who everyone's talking about in LeBron James, but what have you done the last few years in the playoffs?
Talking to Reggie Miller. He's got Spurs Clippers coming up Thursday night at 10:30 Eastern on TNT.
Let me ask you a question, Dan, because you made this comment about your MVP voting.
Yeah.
And that you said you always voted for Jordan the years that he won it.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm with you that he's the best player of our generation, Michael Jordan. And he should have won it every single year he played because he was the best player.
Yeah.
But number one, we all know the media had Jordan fatigue when Barkley and Malone won it.
Yeah.
But you said, I gave it to Michael because he was going to win championships. But your vote already had to be in.
Yes.
So you were foreshadowing that they were going to win that year because a couple of those years, the Bulls didn't have the best record. It was Phoenix and it was Utah. So you can't say I'm just saying hypothetically, what if Utah would have won that when Karl Malone won MVP and he had better stats and a better team?
I would have looked at Jordan differently the next year. But I always
I'm just saying you got lucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You need to put that addendum on there.
Well, you can call it lucky or skill. I mean, I bet on Jordan.
I would bet on Jordan too. I agree with you. I'm in your wheelhouse, but I'm just saying that Barkley and Malone had better years, but Jordan was the better player. We agree on that, right?
They were better stories. We were tired of the Jordan story.
Yeah, the media was a media like, okay, we can't give it to Michael every year.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't give it to Bird every year, and you couldn't give it to Magic every year.
Yeah. And Jordan turns 52 today.
Happy birthday, Mike.
You could take him right now.
Could I? Hold on, let me think. Yeah.
No, you could.
You think I could?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. How about a game of horse?
Oh, I would take it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. By the way, J.J. Redick said if he couldn't shoot the three with his life on the line, he'd want you shooting it.
That's my boy, J.J.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to give him some love on Thursday.
Yeah, yeah. But, yeah, he said, if life's at stake. I said Bird for me, but then I said, you as well. So I
would say my life on the line.
Yeah.
I would want Drazen Petrovic.
Wow.
But I'm starting to question that because I may go with that dude in the Bay Area.
What about Peja Stojakovic?
Yes, he could give me CPR.
Hey, whose house is bigger? Kevin Durant or Westbrook?
That was another one of my observations. When Westbrook said that was code for my house is bigger than Durant's. Because remember, Durant's big deal is getting ready to come up. But Westbrook already has his big deal.
Yeah, what, Paulie?
I don't want to give out too many details, but we confirmed that Russell Westbrook's house is quite a bit bigger than Kevin Durant's house.
Thank you. That's code. He was just giving you code. I don't know if Katie wants to know what's it. That's code for, dude, my house is way bigger, okay?
Biggest house you've ever been in?
No, not sports stars, just anyone?
No, somebody famous.
The Spelling House.
Oh, yeah.
When they owned it. It's sold now, but
yeah,
I had gone to that house.
Okay, biggest house sports celebrity.
I would say I'm going to say I've never been in MJ's. I heard that's Magic's
Really?
Magic's house.
Really?
Yeah, Magic's balling, but yeah.
What's the coolest part of Magic's house?
I would say, well, look, I may take the Russell Westbrook approach here.
Okay.
And say, and not give up too much information about Magic's house, but this is way back in the day when Magic used to have some nice parties. They just like barbecues, so the pool was nice. I'll say the pool. The pool.
Laker girls. I saw where Kobe Bryant is seeking a career rebirth. What's that mean, Reg?
I think what he is referring to is life after basketball. I think he wants to take the same path as Magic Johnson, off the court. I think between his connections and contacts, playing, 18, 19 years in L.A., I think the rebirth is going to be off the court as opposed to on the court.
You
media empire.
You wanted to comment on Paulie's sweater today? Why?
Paulie, I want a double XL on the Fighting Camels. So next time I'm in New York,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I'll slip you the money. Tell me how much it is. Just get it for me.
No sweat.
I'll send you a check, and I want it double XL.
Yep, Campbell University, Dan, in North Carolina.
Yeah, I have a football helmet from
Fighting
Campbell.
Camels.
Yeah, the Camels.
And
I want the same. What you're wearing, just get it me in a double XL.
the
please.
Campbell mascot is Gaylord the Camel, named after Gaylord Perry, famous alum of the school.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, so Spurs Clippers Thursday night.
Yes, about right now the Clippers are in 7th and the Clippers are in 6th, but they're only 3 games away from the 3rd spot. That's how competitive the Western Conference is.
All right, well, have fun as always.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me on. And I want to tell everyone this because we were in All-Star Weekend in New York City. Zach LaVine has restored faith in me in the dunk contest because that was a beautiful display that we all as Bruins knew what he was capable of, but now we're just glad that the world has got the chance to see what Zach LaVine put on an unbelievable show.
But I need competition in the dunk contest.
Hopefully you will get it next year in Toronto because if I'm Adam Silver, I'm going to Andrew Wiggins and saying we will be on Canadian soil. If this is your hometown in Toronto, you guys are teammates like we had the Splash Brothers go head up. We want you two to go head up. So put him in the field. Andrew Wiggins has to be in the field next year in Toronto with the defending champion, Zach LaVine. I'm already marking it up.
All right. Does Amari make a big impact on the Mavs in the playoffs?
Well, he's another big body. I think them losing Brandon Wright in that trade really hurt them. I never would have gotten rid of Wright to get Rondo, but obviously you had to give up something. He's got to play. I haven't seen Stoudemire in almost a month and a half. So it's another big body. I think he'll fit well with, Rick Carlisle's system. But yeah, he's an experienced playoff guy.
All right, doesn't sound like a ringing endorsement there, but
well, I mean, I have to see him. When's the last time Stoudemire's been on the floor?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he needs more of those red wine baths, I think.
Would you ever take a red wine bath
with Amari Stoudemire? Yes, I would. Wait, was that the question?
That was the question, and that was the answer I wanted.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Have fun Thursday. Good to talk to you again, bud.
Theodore and my Danettes, I have missed you, and that's why you guys are truly the best.
Thank you, Reggie.
Thank you.
All right, Reggie Miller, NBA on TNT.